In education, some parents in Kumasi say they are compelled to withdraw their awards from private basic schools as the cost of education in those facilities shoots up. The worried parents say moving their award to public schools has become inevitable due to the ballooning cost of tuition, feeding, transportation and stationery. They believe it has become necessary to find an equally good but affordable education for their wards. Love FM's Clinton Yeboah caught up with some parents and has filed this report.
Is only having a toll on people's pockets, including the educational choices of parents. Now, parents are compelled to enroll their wards in a school of circumstance other than school of choice. Really it is now expensive for parents to walk their wards to the gates of private schools to access quality education. The cost of tuition, transportation, feeding, and even stationery has seen an almost 200% increase. This has affected pupil intake in private schools, with some schools recording low attendance.
International school, class 4 Accra, no go to 60 cities.
Primary 4 is buying 10 books at 45 Ghana cedis and 60 cedis each, aside school fees, transportation and feeding. Considering all these, it's economical to enroll him in a government school where everything is free.
Now almost school fees this year.
The bill received for my 2 children in a private school was too much. I am paying almost 2,000 cedis for books, so I have decided to enroll them in a public school.
The intakes in private schools are decreasing, and this has the potential of collapsing the private education sector. We spoke to the stakeholders who are concerned about the issue. But for some education officials, it is a positive gain as they comment on the government for its intervention to salvage the education in public schools. Ashanti Regional Director of Education, Willie Kwame Amankra Apia, says interventions like school feeding, no school fees are some pull factors for the spree for public education.
There are a lot of government intervention. If you come to the private school, the cost is there, but when you come to the public school, we don't take anything. We have food feeding, we give them food. So at the end of the day, it lessens the burden of the parents. So some of these things is aiding up for them to bring their children to the public schools.
Educationist Bashir Shuhu, however, believes the situation may leave many private school owners bankrupt, render many unemployed, and eventually collapse the private education sector. He is proposing the government extend the free stationery initiative to private schools and tax waivers to ensure sustainability of the private education sector.
If a school goes down or closed down, it means you have more than 10 people losing their job. The employer who has invested so much may not be able to even recoup anything. So if somebody is coming in to shoulder the government's responsibility, the government must not renege on supporting these private schools. These textbooks that parents are crying, the government could at least give them a section of it for their libraries. They pay taxes. If government can give them some level of waiver, because they pay tax on every single teacher, government could give them some leverage, some waiver, some deductions. I'm pretty sure most of the schools will bounce back.
Reporting for JoyNews, Clinton Yeboah.